Beside of all her problems out of the fight, out of the MMA world, she still keep always going. She always wants to fight. She always wants to give her best. She never stay low. She always wants. She thinks she can achieve the belt. She can win.
He's wearing a T-shirt that says "Never Made." I believe him. I think he's telling the truth.
All right, Never Made Weight fam, welcome back to the largest podcast in the world. Today we got Priscila, Zombie Girl, Cachoeira. Priscila, how are you?
Como você tá?
Eu estou bem.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Of course. One of the toughest fighters in the game. Somebody who's been in there with the best. Priscila, how do you feel after your last matchup? Have you fully healed?
Recuperado, como você tá?
Sim, tô totalmente recuperada. Não tive nenhuma lesão, nem nenhuma fratura. Tá tudo bem.
Yes, she's good. She didn't have nothing serious, nothing real injuries. Because of the face, the touches of the gloves, but no injuries. She's 100% now.
É isso que você disse.
Yeah, her nose, she broke it like 3-4 times before. So any touch that she has in this area, it bleeds a lot.
Every time we see her fight, we love to watch it. She always brings the heat.
Sempre que eles amam essa luta, sempre que eles vêm, você sempre esse calor, essa coisa.
É o que eu amo fazer. Quando eu entro ali, eu entro pra dar um show, um espetáculo pra vocês. E é isso que eu faço ali. Eu entrego minha alma, entrego minha vida ali. E eu vou dar o meu melhor ali pra sair campeã.
That's what she loves to do. She loves to give a show. She loves to fight. And every time she's in the octagon, she gives her best with all her soul, all her strength, all her life. It's everything for her. So that's why all her fights, losing or winning, she always do like a big show.
I love it. Let's move into some current events. Eye pokes. What are your thoughts and what should be done about this problem?
Sobre os dados no olho. O que você pensa sobre isso? O que você acha que pode ser feito em relação a isso?
Acredito que é mais a base onde eles estão seguindo, não deixar os dedos em direção ao oponente, sim, sempre em direção ao céu. Acho que vem baseando disso e acredito que eles possam fazer igual o futebol, parar a luta na telinha para ver se realmente foi intencional ou se foi uma coisa sem querer. Com as câmeras dá pra gente posicionar bem, tanto que o futebol hoje faz isso, né? Telinha, vai lá e vê realmente se foi mão, se não foi, se foi falta, se não foi. Acredito que se o UFC fizesse isso, dessa questão de voltar e ver nas câmeras para saber se dá punição ou se foi realmente.
She thinks that is something for the way the fighter put their hand, and sometimes they have there's something that is vicious to stay with the fingers pointed to the eye of the person, not to the sky. So she thinks if UFC did like football, stop at the fight and have something to like the VR. I don't know how to say that. Here is VAR, that they stop and see if it was something intentional, so the can punish the fighter in the same time. She thinks it starts to have some big punishment on the time, not after the fight. Everybody talk about eye pokes or everything in the same time that happens in the fight. I think the fighters will have a little more cautious to take care of the fingers. Something is like Muay Thai, stay with the fingers pointed to the eye, but it's MMA, so the people have to stay aware about this. She thinks that have to have some punishment in the fight. In the time the fight is happening, stop and the judges judge if it was something intentional or not, and punishing the time.
I think VAR helped soccer a lot. I'm a soccer fan. I watch a lot of football. So I love VAR in football. I think that's a great idea to implement that into fighting. Does she think this some of these are strategy as opposed to accident? Like, do people do this on purpose?
Aí aquela pergunta, você acha que isso aí são acidentes? As pessoas fazem uma estratégia para. Ele acha uma ótima opção, que ele ama futebol, que ele acha que isso é muito bem usado.
Sim, vi lutas aonde realmente vi má intenção, uma forma de uma estratégia, como também a maioria das vezes que eu assisti esses casos, que já aconteceu até comigo também, sem querer mesmo, momento ali de aflição, tá tomando um mata-leão, questão de sobrevivência também, porque você tá apagando, né, então você não pensa em nada, você só pensa em sobreviver, você tá morrendo, então você só pensa em sobreviver. Mas por isso que eu acho que seria muito interessante essa questão da pausa e, na dúvida, né, e ver as imagens realmente foi intencional ou se não foi intencional. Ali tem juízes capacitados, árbitros capacitados para dar um julgamento final.
She think she just saw something that was intentional and some accidents, but she think that the most of the time is accident. The persons don't take care. It's a lack of care of the fighter. She know sometimes you are in a bad situation, so she's remembered that happened with her once. She was almost sleeping with Gillian Robertson.
Yeah.
She was almost sleeping the choke, so she was trying to take her head and stay out. She was couldn't even think about the time, but she didn't. Yes, but she was wrong. Mas foi errado, mas it was wrong. So if she had a punish, she lost the fight. Okay,
Mas não teve
but she had that.
intenção.
That is only there, like in the punch and then the give the jab. Lack of care. They are professionals, the highest professionals. So you have to take care. So she thinks if have some punishment at the time, even these accidents or lack of care would stop a little. If the person have this point out, she would think a little more, have more, be more cautious with the opponent.
What does she think about open scoring when the fighters know to score mid-fight after every round? Would that ruin fighting or would that be beneficial?
O que você acha de se ver essa pontuação durante a luta? Você acha que isso seria bom ou seria ruim? Estragaria o esporte? Seria ruim durante a luta?
Tanto que eu digo isso pela minha última luta, e seria maravilhoso se eu soubesse que eu não estava vencendo. Com certeza eu ia voltar no terceiro round completamente diferente. Às vezes, muitas das vezes, na emoção, na euforia, o teu próprio corner esquece de te avisar: olha, esse round não venceu. Olha, você precisa. Tanto que, na verdade, eu fui avisada, mas não pela minha head coach, foi pela minha segunda coach, que era a Nina. Então, naquele momento ali, eu só tinha ouvidos para minha head coach e acontece que ela não me passou a mensagem através dela. A Nina estava falando mais atrás de mim: olha, você perdeu, você precisa vencer esse terceiro round. Mas eu não ouvi a Nina. Então eu fui pro terceiro round, na minha cabeça eu estava ganhando. Tanto que acabou a luta, eu achei que eu estivesse ganhando. Depois eu continuo.
I'm trying to translate the best I can. I don't know if you're understanding.
It's okay.
She's saying that she thinks it could be a good thing. Then she gave an example that happened with her in her last fight with Claudia Sigula. If she knows in her eyes in the fight, she thought she was winning. She thought she had lost the first, but she thought she won the second. And if she could see the points, she would come for the third round differently. And it had a mistake. And in the second round, to the second to the third, the head coach Amanda didn't talk to her about this, that she was losing. But Nina said, but she wasn't paying attention to Nina. She was only looking to the head coach, to Amanda. Nina said, I was behind her, and Nina really said, you need to finish or knock out now. But she couldn't listen because in that 1 minute is a crazy thing. It's a lot of things happening
My
at the same time.
thoughts, Amanda.
In the same
Yeah.
time. So she was looking only to Amanda. Amanda didn't tell her she was losing. And if she had this point there, could see this. She thinks she could become more, I don't know, with more anger in the third round because she really thought she had won in the end of the fight.
She
So
would
for
come
her,
she
she
would
thinks
come
it's a
with
good
more
thing.
aggression in
Yeah.
the third round.
What?
She would come with more aggression in the third round.
Yes, she come with more aggressive and maybe putting everything to risk. She could risk there because
Yeah.
she was losing. Tô falando, você poderia arriscar, tava perdendo mesmo. She could
uhum.
risk. She could try something more zombie girls. She could try something more crazy
Então,
because she was really losing. So that was the only 5 minutes she had. But she was cautious because she thought she was winning. No, falei que você tava com cuidado,
Understood.
você estava ganhando.
sim.
That's it.
Exactly.
So she would like
But
this.
in
Ela
fight,
gostaria disso.
I love it.
Yeah.
No.
He won running because the fight happens the way it needs to happen. Maybe the fight could be better because I think the fighters would know Pra dar até.
Sim, muitas das vezes, acontece que os nossos corners também estão ali adrenalizados, eh, e acaba que esquecendo de avisar o lutador, e às vezes a visão do nosso corner é uma e na verdade as dos juízes são outras, então fica uma coisa muito previsível pra gente.
Yeah, she's saying that the corns a lot of times are with a high energy there too, and they forgot that they can forget to tell about this. This is a really important thing. It's really part of the fighter to know if it's winning or losing. That could change everything. So
Eu
I
digo
think this could happen all the fighters.
eu digo pra finalizar essa pergunta, eu digo pela minha luta com a Kim, coreana. Aquela comissão, ela me tocou muito mais.
And she's saying that to finish the question, she thinks that like her fight with Kim. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
the commission gave her that fight because the Kim touched her face a lot more times. A lot of times, her face was like the Claudia destroyed, but her punches were more powerful, a lot more powerful. The same thing with Claudia Sigula. Claudia touched her face more. She had more strikes, but
Less
Priscilla touches
power.
her with much more, like the mouthpiece fly in the
Yeah.
middle of the fight. But that commission didn't give, even the third round, they didn't give anyone to her. So she thinks
Essa
that
comissão.
the corner can live in the corners and the fighters can live in the hand of the judges. They have to decide the fight there really clearly, you know?
Understood. Understood. Just like in soccer, whenever someone scores a goal, you know that you got to score another goal to tie.
Yeah.
Priscilla, when did you first realize that you were a fighter?
Quando você percebeu que era uma lutadora, tinha essa vocação pra essa luta, vencer.
Essa operação, saindo das drogas, fui fazer minha primeira aula, buscando uma saída, que eu precisava largar as drogas, eu busquei uma saída. E através disso veio um convite para eu fazer uma aula de Muay Thai. Meu primeiro dia, já era dia de sparring, me botaram capacete caneleira e me botaram para sair com a melhor da academia na época. Virei um helicóptero para cima dela e sangrou o nariz, e o professor falou assim, deu um soco na minha testa e falou: "Você é a minha mais nova lutadora". E ali eu senti a satisfação de estar viva, e escutei meu "Priscila, Priscila", e isso me trouxe a vontade de viver de novo. Ali eu descobri que eu tinha talento pra luta.
She was on drugs. I think you know her story too. On drugs, and she was trying to get out. And one day, a friend that called her to a Muay Thai class near her house. Then she went there. She was trying to quit drugs, but she was fighting any motivation. She was really on the dip. And the first day she went there, the teacher, the coach, put her to fight with the girl who was fighting like 5 years. She was a good fighter. Then Priscilla, something rose in her that she started to kick, to punch, to do everything. Nose bleeding in the first day, and then when she came back home, she feel like alive. You know, she was weak because of the drugs. She didn't eat a lot, nothing, but she feel that I know that desire to come back the next day. Then aí ela falou que você voltou. Then she came back the next day. She was trying that. That was the thing that brought her to life again. Then she thought she discovered that she liked to punch, to kick, to see something bleeding. Then why? Then she never stopped again. That was took her out of drugs too. Isso foi o que tirou das drogas também.
Has
And
she
that's
ever
it.
been angry in the cage?
Você ficou com raiva no octógono? Molly McCann?
Molly McCann.
Yes, against Molly
Ollie
McCann.
McCann, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Ela me mandou um dedo do meio na luta, correndo de mim, eu correndo atrás dela e ela correndo de mim com o dedo do meio.
In the middle of the fight, she gave her a middle finger and started to run on, and Priscilla running again, and she gave him the middle finger and smiling to her. Him didn't. She was, and then
Me
yes,
deu uma raiva dela.
that makes Priscilla really angry.
E eu tinha acertado uma joelhada no olho dela, e o olho dela estava quebrado em 3 partes. Claro que no momento a gente não sabia disso, mas o olho dela fechou na hora, eu só precisava de mais um golpe ali para poder acabar com a luta. Tanto que foi até interrompido pelos juízes. Na minha visão, eles não deveriam ter deixado voltar a luta, mas só faltava 1 minuto para acabar o terceiro round. E eu estava lutando na casa dela. Era a comissão de Londres. Então, faltava só 1 minuto para acabar a luta, eles deixaram rolar e ela simplesmente correu de mim o tempo inteiro no octógono com o dedo do meio. E acabou levando a luta nos pontos.
Yes, Molly McCann touched her more times the first and second round, but Priscilla gave her a knee, really strong knee in her eye that broken Molly's eyes in 3 parts. They didn't know at the time. The judges stopped the fight, but she was fighting in London. She was from the house, so they keep the fight going. And then she knows if Priscilla knocked her again, she could lose the fight. So she started to run from her with the middle fingers, so Priscilla couldn't take her. And made her Priscilla really angry.
E muito perigoso, porque se eu acerto um golpe nos olhos, aquele olho dela de novo, ela poderia até perder a visão. O olho dela estava quebrado em 3 pedaços. Eu não sei como que os juízes deixou aquela luta seguir, justamente para isso, para fazer com que ela corresse de mim.
And she was saying that she didn't know how the judges let the fight keep going the way her eye was. It was taking only 1 minute to finish the fight, so they keep the fight going because it was really dangerous for her.
Fez
She
cirurgia.
might have surgery in the face after the fight, but that's it. She won. Okay, that's it.
The face that Priscilla made when she talked about breaking Molly's eye is the reason I love MMA.
A cara que você faz quando fala que quebrou em 3 partes o olho dela, é porque ele gosta de. É por isso que ele gosta de MMA. Como é que você falou, hein?
Porque eu quebrei em 3.
After you fight an opponent, is all the bad blood gone? Are you happy now? If you see her, would you befriend her?
Depois que passa tudo, que passa sangue quente, quando você vê, você falaria com ela, como que fica depois da luta?
Não, de boa,
Sim,
de boa, sempre tranquila. Tudo antes da luta eu evito falar, porque eu penso assim, pô, eu vou quebrar tua cara, pra que eu vou falar contigo? Mas depois da luta, eu
Falaria com ela, não?
falo de boa.
No, after the fight, everything's okay. She doesn't like to talk before the fight because they're going to. She doesn't like to smile to keep the fight week. Keep smiling and talk. No, she prefers to stay out. But after the fight, everything's okay and there's no problem anymore.
These are all fun stories. These are all good stories to hear, especially from you because I've been watching you for years and it's been such an honor to get to talk to you. What's the most painful lesson that MMA has taught you?
Ele falou que é muito legal ver essas histórias, que é engraçado, que ele gosta de ouvir e que ele te acompanha há muito tempo. Então é uma honra poder conversar com você e escutar você contando. E qual foi a lição mais dolorosa que a MMA te ensinou?
A lição mais dolorosa que a minha me ensinou o altos e baixos. Me tornar a melhor lutadora do Brasil em 1 ano e 3 meses, ser contratada pelo UFC, tá no holofote, todo mundo, em ascensão, milagre, só coisas boas, apareci na rede de TV mais valorizada do Brasil, que foi a Globo. E depois daquela luta, da forma que foi contra a Valentina Shevchenko, e a forma que foi, eu no dia seguinte acordar com o joelho estourado, toda machucada, cheia de remendo na testa, e eu acordar e escutar
Something like specific from the MMA, not específico da luta, mas envolveu toda a sua, né? An example, like she became the best Brazilian fighter in 1 year and 2 months. Then UFC called her and put her to fight with Shevchenko. This is an example. Then she was like in the top of the world, the best of the Brazil, golden is to fight. She's like this. She didn't refuse fight, você não recusa a luta, então você aceitou. She woke up with all the dead scratches and with the knee broken, needed surgery, arm, everything. She was really bad, and after really injuries after Shevchenko's fight. And then before the fight, she was in the TV, a lot of programs, everybody loving her. And then the next day, oh, what a shame. What she's doing there? She's nothing. Why did they put it there? She need to die. She thinks this, the high in the top, you're in the top of the world. And if you lose, even they didn't know all you do to be there. And then when you lose, you're the shame. You're the last of the last person that could have something in the world. And keep going like this. every time. But now I think now she knows how to deal with this. Eu falei que isso continua acontecendo, mas a gente já sabe como lidar. When she wins, she's the best one. She lose, oh my God, what? She's not retired? Yeah, it's like this.
Yes.
I think the person.
Potência que o público tem se você não tiver uma mente firme, de te levantar e te destruir, sabe? Acho que é isso.
The power that the public, the people who watch, has to destroy a mind or put her in the top of a person. You have to be a strong mind to read everything and keep going, keep fighting and training and
Yes.
do the diet and be happy with your family. You have to have a really strong mind.
Of course. Anyone famous,
Yes.
especially in this sport.
Qualquer famoso, principalmente no esporte. Yeah, that's what I said. It's not something that MMA is specific, but what happened her being famous because of MMA is
Yeah.
that every sport, every famous person in the sport specifically, most happens that.
Eu demorei para aprender a lidar com isso, mas hoje claro que afeta, claro que dói. Ainda mais quando a gente não atinge a vitória, tão desejada vitória, tanto que a gente treina, tanto que a gente sacrifica, tanto que a gente faz dieta, corta peso. Mas hoje eu já sei lidar melhor, bem melhor, para que não me afete tanto.
Obviously that it hurts all the time, but now she knows how to handle this and not stopping training and not stopping her life, but it's always painful in the same way.
Of course. I wish you all the strength. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for doing the show with us. Before we leave, I have one question to ask you. When it's all over, how do you want the fans to remember you?
Obrigado por tudo, de sorte, tudo de melhor. Ele ama você assistir, agradece por você dar esse show sempre. E agora, para finalizar, como é que você gostaria que seus fãs lembrassem ou como você escreveria para os seus fãs?
Forte, guerreira, trabalhadora e que nunca desiste. Total superação. Como que fala? Translator.
Yeah, no, it's like she needs to be remembered like a person who can pass through the things. I can remember a word to describe this in English. She can handle the things. She's a strong woman. She's a strong fighter. I think she wants to be remembered like this. Even winning or losing, she's always there. She's always doing her job. Besides of all her problems out of the fight, out of the MMA world, she still keep always going. She always wants to fight. She always wants to give her best. She never stay low. She always wants. She thinks she can achieve the belt. She can win the cinturão ainda. She thinks she can stay in the top 15, the top 10, top 5. She's still thinking that she can do. Then every day she do her best. That's why she wants to be remembered. A person who never quits.
I think you've proved yourself as someone who doesn't quit. I have all the respect in the world for you. Thank you so much for doing the show. Guys, thank you so much for watching Never Made Weight, the largest podcast in the world. I'm your host, Sped, zombie girl, Priscila Cachoeira. Thank you so much. Obrigado, Priscila.
Obrigado você. Thank you.
Wearing a t-shirt that says never made. I believe him. I think he's telling the truth.